Hello, welcome back to the ATSF Wild Subdivision. A couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago I think, the Back on Track channel did a show on building hand-built turnouts. And I decided I would do a little slideshow of some of the turnouts I built and talk about them a little bit. So, here we go. Down at the Railroad Club I've built a lot of turnouts. Here's a few examples. This one isn't as good of an example. This one actually had the points right against each other, but we ended up cutting them apart and separating them out a little bit. This turnout was built on a curve. It is built specifically to fit this space and this curve so that the one track will flow nicely into the other two turnouts. A couple more pictures of it from different angles. This turnout was built in place using track gauges. Close up of the frog. This track turnout was also built in the same form. It is a long turnout that flows nicely into the two tracks on the siding, built in place. These turnouts were all built with the jig, but you can see the configuration, some of the configuration that you can do with the jig and without the jig. These turnouts are all standard turnouts, but as you can see that they are very close together, points being just beyond the frog of the previous turnout. Close up of the frog there, you can see how close the points are to the frog of the previous turnout. This turnout also, there's these two right in the foreground. You can see where the points are just off of the frog of the turnout in front of it. The other two turnouts in the background are just normal pre-built turnouts. This is on my own personal layout, and in this case I needed the crossover, and because the track that goes off to the background to the left, it has a turnout that goes into the track that has those hopper cars on it eventually. It goes down a grade, and so it couldn't be any further to the left side of the frame, so it had to go into that three-way turnout to go into the crossover. It's kind of a complex piece of track work. It's probably more complex than I really needed to make it, but when you can do it, it's cool. Curve turnout built in place. Obviously I haven't finished the other track that goes with it, but shot down the layout, and I've actually done some more track laying since this picture was taken. You can see the number 4 turnouts that I was building. There's another shot of the number 4 turnout. The number 4 turnout was built freehand because I do not have a number 4 jig. This was also built freehand. It's just a standard curve turnout going into my yard. And then there's this turnout. This turnout is a 3-way curve turnout. 2 of the routes curve in one direction and one route curves in the other direction. To accomplish this turnout, I had to use a special piece of software to figure out where all the track routes went and where the crossings were going to be able to build this. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm actually going to end up using it, but we'll see. That's all the ones I have pictures of, so hope you enjoyed some of it, and thanks for watching.